Welcome everybody to the Onward VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I will be your solo train conductor in today's Subway Express through the final week of the VR Master League Season 10. We are in the 10th week, and we are going to be tuning into a interesting matchup today, one that we got to get our eyes on, considering it could have a significant amount of weight behind it. Animal House up against Rome. Animal House ranked 10 worldwide. Rome ranked 17th. So for Animal House, this is a pretty important series to at least come out well ahead on. If they can take a commanding victory here in this series against Rome, who knows where their MMR sits at the end of the day, but it certainly puts them very close to teams that are currently ranked 7th and 8th. SEAL Team Bravo and Ember. Actually, that will be 6th and 7th, as Global Chem are currently inactive, and I think are going to remain inactive for the foreseeable future. So really, it's Ember and Vikings, and both of them are at 1240, and the next team beneath Vikings is Animal House. So a big series here today. I also think, I have to double check on all of this, but I believe Animal House has another matchup this week as well. I think they managed to secure a challenge. Yeah, against Kai on Sunday. So they can take 2 W's this week. It's going to do a worlds of help to their MMR and put them in a space where they very well could come out and, the top 20 really is all very competitive teams, but man, this race to 7th to secure a spot into the closed qualifier is going to be pretty wild this last week, and I'm doing my best to make sure that we cover all the teams that are going to have that chance at potentially maybe dipping out of the top 7, getting put up into it. Animal House is definitely kind of the first set of the week that we're going to tune into. Tomorrow we have Aimless Gaming versus Dark Matter. Aimless Gaming is ranked 11th, so they are just below Animal House. And then Boss Fight versus Ground Branch. A Boss Fight is ranked 5th, I believe. And to wrap things off with Mayhem Ember. Ember ranks 7th currently, so I want to talk about a tough week. Ember getting that regular scheduled matchup up against Mayhem. It's going to be a crazy Sunday. That's for sure. And I'm very much looking forward to that series. And so a couple of great games this week. We got one in front of us that we got to prep for right now. Take a look at pick bands coming in from the likes of Rome. We have Cargo. And coming in from Animal House, we have Downfall. And if you're really listening to me, you would have heard that I'm your solo conductor on the subway train today, and that's because we are kicking things off with map number 1 on Subway, and gonna be excited to see exactly what Animal House and Rome bring to the table there. And I think we will take a brief intermission while we sort and wait for the rest of the rosters to populate in this lobby, and then we will come back with map number 1. Don't go anywhere. Animal House versus Rome, coming at you. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for patiently waiting. Bit of a brief intermission there as we sorted out some technical difficulties. We'll take a quick look at active rosters and then hop into round one. Coming in from Rome, we have Ree, Apollo Graham, William Dunce, Freelancer, and Gladiator. And over on Animal House, we have Green Theft Auto, Wicked Hex, F. Lipinski, Nolamite, and User, who is Steven. Steven playing on the Quest, and so that is why the name there a bit different. But that is the case there. The standard rosters, and we are underway on map 1, round 1, and already a bit of a quick spawn in the south here for Rome. Green Theft is holding an angle, but I think he's missed the two-man cross already. He may be able to catch Apollo and Ree if he's patient enough. Oh, and as he drops the angle, Apollo swings, takes shots. Green Theft quickly conveys that information, has a nade pulled in his hand, and kind of shorts that throw. Doesn't feel good off it, doesn't swing wide off of it, and a bit of a stalling match here as we take a gander at the rest of this team, working their way up ever so slowly to the objective. Loud children in the back for Will, giving away his position with those audio cues. Lipinski gets flashed, but here's the movement here from Will. Tries to find the shots, and Will does tuck into a corner. Vulnerable to nades, so he's got to be careful sitting there too long. There one comes, a flash out and over. A follow-up goes a bit deeper. The nade almost catches out Will. Apollo snags Green Theft down that main lane. Lipinski still holding here.
No, I'm not.
Nolamite getting aggressive, just pushing right up. The nade botches. Will tries to take shots on Nola, and the great teamwork there between the two to hold this angle and get rid of that shield. The angle is sought out by Lipinski, and now it's going to come down to what Ree and Apollo do over here on the south side. Wicked finds one. Gladiator, maybe thinking about going north, has opted to then shift over towards Freelancer's position. Ree taking a pause here as well, and we'll see how this shakes up for Rome. Oh, Gladiator's actually rotating all the way north. Take a look at the overhead.
We lost one.
So again, we'll keep our attention split across the battlefield. Couldn't even get over to the north in time before Steven finds Gladiator. Now it is up to these two. Freelancer takes shots towards Lipinski. Lipinski quick checking the angle. Doesn't get hit, but IDs one there. Swings with shots onto the corner, but Ree has dropped back, and it's going to be the two-man push. Oh, Lipinski pushes out, crouches, dodges under some bullets as he was going to pick up the shield, but the shots miss, and now Ree is going to push onto Lipinski. Down goes another. Lipinski doing work here over on this side, gets rid of the shield, and two more. Animal House with 4 left alive, secure the round. Certainly off to the races, though. An exciting start there, but Animal House to come out with 4 alive on defense, certainly a good way to kick off round 1. You know, I'm not going to make any predictions just yet. And that's an interesting thing there. The team identifying that Will, a bit of a loud ambience around him, and you heard the call out there to mute the mic because it's probably better, especially on defense, to be hidden and silent than known and loud. William with the quick rotation up. Isn't going to catch Steve pushing in. Nolo's holding this angle as well, waiting. User working his way up, but no real early angles from the likes of Rome. Everyone pretty tucked in, waiting for a bit of a later rotation out of the Animal House. I'm not sure what just happened there. Onboard user for a second, I guess, as he works his way up. The strangest IK of an active body I think I've ever seen. Shots come in from Nolamite on the corner. Catches William and downs himself. Lipinski's going to try and come up here uncontested. No one holding this street. Is going to be able to most likely go get that res free of charge. And we're going to have to keep our attention over on this side of things because this is where the pinch is going to come in. Got Green Theft working his way up from the underground. Gladiators holding the position for this push, but if they can time it up well with Steven and maybe Nolamite once he's rezzed, things could work out for them. Green isn't going to have that sort of timing, though, and it is going to be that 1v1 contest against the defense. Shots come in. Green tries to tuck in. He had an idea that Gladiator could be tucked into this corner. You saw him look there, but he ends up pulling off the angle, and Paulo finds Wicked coming in for the north. Now it's up to these three. Paulo is holding here. Lipinski has pat out. The drone's coming in. Paulo finds one kill, and the drone should provide a little information. I don't know if it was angled properly to ID, really, that Nolo and Steve are here, though, but Paulo does get one either way, and the trade there. No res, because Nolo has already been res, but Apollo can get picked up. Minute 30 on the clock. Gladiator is rotating around to grab Apollo, and we'll see what Steven can do on his lonesome. Checks his time, knows he's out of time. A quick pat on the sex shop before he works his way up to this defense. He'll go up against Ree, tucked into the corner. Ree finds him swinging down the stairs, and Rome with all 5 left alive. Lock in their defensive round. Managing to get that res, and could be a bit of a bulk trading scenario that we see here between Rome and Animal House, but for Rome to even be contesting right now it's the worst case for Animal House. Animal House cannot afford to give up this series or even really have it be that close. Granted, they have 2 sets this week, 2 games this week that they're playing, but still, You want to have both of these wins be, strong wins so that MMR gets boosted up higher. If Rome can just compete, it's a success for that team, and I don't know. We'll see how things shake up. Had a bit of a false start there for round number 3, and we didn't cut away because you know what's going on.
Hey, you're not supposed to agree, you jerk. Yo, if I go down...
I think we're all good, and we are going to be diving into round number 3 of map number 1 right now.
Who's watching those stairs? The stairs that come up. Yo, mama.
Ooh, look at this, taking an eye on the Rome push. It's going to be a full focused underground rotation. Green Theft might have his hands full, but he's going to push it. He's actually going to get down here way before this Rome defense or offense does. Spots just one and calls out a singular opponent rotating here, but it's the whole team. That was a bait. Green Theft tossing his knife around the corner to proc the audio of a grenade hitting the ground, hoping that then he would hear audio of sprinting or potentially find the back of a running away offense there. Another pistol thrown down, but no push coming in from the stairs. The rest of this underground has, well, if anything, they're waiting for Green Theft to come down here. He made himself known once. Well, Will and Apollo are going to work their way out from the underground. We're going to get full control here. Shots from Green on his lane, and we'll keep the attention split as needed. Green's really just putting pre-fire down that stairwell, just like he's been throwing fake grenades. Gladiator checking his tablet there to make sure he knows where his team is, who's alive, if they've lost anyone. He's hearing gunshots, and always good to make sure nobody's dying off of those gunshots. Oh, now, as Green swings, Will starts to push up quick. Freelancer telling him not to, and now 2 positions given away.
Come on, guys. Organize.
Gladiator trying to get everyone focused up. Apollo with a risky peek on the stairwell. Lots of angles to get his head shot from here. .230 on the clock. I wonder what Rome is setting up for. They now have full control of underground. They're confidently sprinting throughout all of the underground chambers here. Again, I don't know what the setup's gonna look like. Maybe two out the. They may just come out of all stairs. Maybe one apiece on these stairs here, and then 3 to challenge green theft.
They're still down there. I hear them.
No C4 on any of these walls, so no explosive that he needs to worry about. And if they're really counting the cards, so to speak, they'll know that the nade's already been thrown here by the likes of green theft. The frag comes out over. No, a flash. Green theft completely blind. Freelancer swings nicely down. He goes, and Lipinski now the next bastion of defense up against this entry point. Shots coming in from the likes of Nolamite and Gladiator. Gladiator does get scooped up after Nolamite team kills Steven in the crossfire.
Okay, I think I killed Steven.
Meanwhile, Apollo and Freelancer begin the push. Scooped up one. Nolamite finds himself another as he rotates around. Ree takes shots, tags Nolo in the shoulder, can't get the kill. There's still another over in that tunnel entry point. I wonder if Lipinski's going to be ready for that as he scoops up Ree. I think that flash catches Lipinski. Maybe it does. Lipinski seems blind. He's tucking in hard up against the corner there. Wicked finds Will coming in from the north, and we're going to stay on board free. He's into the 1v3. Gosh, it almost feels like Freelancer. Well, no, if he had pushed up, he would have had to deal with Nolamite. Nolamite is holding. Lipinski actually manages to find the kill.
Nice job, Wicked. Nice job, Noah.
Solid hold from Animal House, and the trading of Volk rounds continues. Round number 4. So far, it's been a trade of Volk rounds, and do Rome have 5? It's only 4 here. Have they realized this? Am I delusional?
We were, and then it's a. Well, take it back.
I don't know if they know they're at. Well, the top indicator is not correct. Rome only have 4 strong right now. I don't know if they ID that they had 5 when they loaded in. Something that you have to do almost every round. Make sure that everyone's loaded in and that all comms work. It can bug. Can have people crash on load, and you can fix it. There is systems in place to avoid having to play around 4v5 just because of a crash at the start of a round. So curious to see that not happening here, and it's going to be a 5v4 to kick things off for Animal House. What could be map point if they can get a cap. think that flash did not go where he was hoping. Ended up bouncing awkwardly off of a bit of a corner piece there, and now they're gonna have to invest another flash grenade down this hallway before they can confidently push out. Information for Rome to work with as they hear these flashes coming into the hallway. Should direct a bit of attention to these stairwells that now Animal House is gonna have to push out.
Yo, get the fuck out of my way.
And now we are effectively split. Green and Lipinski. Dolomite snags one on the stairwell. Wicked Hex. He pops out here. Could really accompany the likes of User and Nolo nicely.
Northeast.
Green looking for an angle, having a tough time finding it. There are the shots. The crossfire as Hex pushes up. Paulo tucks in. Good timing.
Rotate the basement.
Rotate the basement. I'm not sure what that rotation looks like. It's going to be a long one, if that's the plan. But the call-out's in. User and Nolo are dropping. I don't think the likes of Lipinski and Green Theft are opting for that plan, and we're going to have to keep an eye on Wicked working in from the north. It's a nice split here out of the Animal House team, and so far Rome stayed tucked in enough to catch Lipinski trying to come down the stairs. Green Theft is keyed into what could be a threat behind him. Wicked getting a little noisy. Graham swings, but doesn't spot him because of the denial of vision on that pillar. Hex seems to be aware of the position, though. Lots of pre-fire has come from Graham here on this corner. Hex is going to go for the quick sprint. Snags one. Objective defense becomes ever weaker. Now it's all up to Ree, who is eyes on with his long angle. And Freelancer. Wicked, I think, can cap, yeah. It's going to be a pretty easy cap here. Ree's not going to be able to ID this. Animal House. Snag the map with a cap. A very quick punch in from who was that? Wicked Hex as he pulls up against the map there on objective, and Ree just didn't have the angle he needed to get the picks. That's going to be 2 for Animal House, and exactly what they needed. Rome's map in the books. Now they go to their map choice. If they can take this, they've got themselves a key series, 1 of 2, in their pocket. That's going to put them into a very good position. That's going to where they're going to compete with Ember for that seventh place spot. Map 2 is going to be a Bazaar. Animal House team that likes the corners. They like the close quarters battle, something they definitely tend to favor. And you saw that on Subway, the quick movements and fast plays, solid teamwork, the good pinching. And it's what you expect out of a top team, to be honest. And Animal House, historically a squad that's played free and easy, but definitely looking practiced there. On Subway, a solid bit of work from them. The drop off to go underground, a huge distraction for that defense. Freelancer doesn't push out and check after hearing shots on their on objective defense, and he's just getting that tunnel vision that ultimately allows the cap to come through. Solid job from AH. And again, now they go on to their map choice with a map 1 victory. shout out to everyone tuning in today. Really do appreciate you dropping by and hanging out with me on our solo cast of mine. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Celebratory cheer from Animal House as we fire up round 1 of map 2. And I mean, you wonder what these well, you know, there's quite a bit on the line, especially for this Animal House team. We've been talking about how they want to get into that closed qualifier, and the reason you want to get into that closed qualifier is because it's going to give you a chance to compete for $1,500 in prizing. Over $5 grand in cash coming in from the likes of Onward and VRML. Fire comes out to allow for the res, but over 5,000 in cash and then 10K in prizing. Quite a bit on the line. Green does not want me to let you know about it. He wants to make sure everyone's suppressed and can't hear any sort of audio cues. But yeah, with the addition of the HyperX sponsor into our large, ever-growing pool of sponsorships, it certainly puts a good bit out there to compete for. And so I don't know if that's been something that Animal House have maybe keyed in on, and it's why they've been playing maybe a little bit tighter over the last few weeks. But I like seeing it, and it's going to make it that much harder for the likes of Rome to get a win here. Suppressive fire again off of the comms. Great communication. Lipinski says, I need suppression, go. As soon as that comes out, he starts his movement. Granted, it's not too quick, but I do wonder what his plan of approach is going to be, if he's going to reinforce the east or not. Green Theft finds Freelancer, and this defense gets a little bit weaker. They have this time loaded with all 5 in, and so to lose 1 brings them down to 4 instead of 3. We're going to keep an eye on these defensive angles here for a little bit, because that's what's going to matter. They got to stay all tucked in. Lipinski actually getting aggressive here into blue room. Gladiator swings and finds the kill. Lipinski maybe overjudging how far he was exposed there in that doorway, and a very savvy move there from Gladiator to challenge the aggression with aggression of his own. In the meanwhile, we may run into a bit of a pinch here on Tari. Green Theft is on the corner, does quickly swing. Down he goes. Nolamite gets picked up by Apollo. On objective, defense is gone. They have to rotate her. This is going to be another cap. Green Theft's pad out, and he's working his way up close to the objective to punch in this code. Here's the comms, gets the gun out. Down goes 1, back to the pad. Apollo still here. Has the callouts that he's on OBJ. No suppressive fire, no support. Is Apollo going to ID this? Green Theft certainly seems to be wary of it. Apollo doesn't spot it. Green moves up, and Apollo drops past the angle. Is the code going to get punched in time? The comms are getting blasted out. Apollo swings, and Green taking a bit too long and getting a little bit vocal. So you heard some mic popping there as he tried to punch in the code, cueing in the movements from Rome, but what could have been back-to-back caps results in Rome snagging around. And that was, I think, the really kind of the first time that Animal House haven't been fully in sync. Subway, they seem to be really nicely timed, pushing in on multiple angles at the same time, doing a great job of finding refrags and using information. Now here, it just seemed they were a little bit off. They just didn't have the east there when they needed it. Lipinski went in a bit too early into blue room, and if that whole effort had been saved for when the push comes in from Green Theft onto objective, obviously that's an easy cap. Apollo's distracted by Blue Room, distracted by East, and he can't get himself to even check that objective building. But a close one nonetheless. Rome's skating away with one, and we'll see if Animal House can put up a point of their own on defense as we hop in round 2.
Yep.
Hey, not everyone's a capper, Green. Don't worry.
I know.
You're a shooter. Shooter's gonna shoot. He's the oldest one on the team. Leave him alone. He has arthritis. He couldn't hit the fire.
Steven being ageist against the likes of Green. Just throwing around some jokes there, but just goes to show you, Animal House not feeling the pressure quite yet here. Certainly they're focused, but always good to see be loose with your team. You know, be throwing up the jokes. Green joking about not getting that cap there. Clearly not eating away too much at it, but not happy either. We'll see if they can, again, bounce back and get around to their own, or if Rome can maybe start to make some magic happen on their map pick. A drone sent out from Rome gets shot down. Let's take a look at the overhead where the rest of the offense is coming in from. 2 in the east.
Green minutes 40. Come on.
Oh, that looked like a good nade. Just a flash. Rolls over, does get free and re, but... What the... Oh, Green taking the angle through the stair. What was, I think, also team fire. Oh, wow. A hectic bit of down and up there on the corner, but oh, the full Rome squad has rejoined, and we don't have to go find them at all. They're all here, all pushing in from their original spawn point. Hoon has Lipinski peeks up for 1. He goes down, and that is 2 down for Animal House. They lost their Kayat. They've now lost the forward objective defender, and it's going to come down to how Rome can execute on this push. Steven is very far away from objective. This could be Rome with a cap going up 3-1. 3-0, excuse me, on their map choice. Steven is so far away. If Nolo and Hex go down, it's going to be bad news. Wow, speaking of, a nade catches out Wicked. Steven still not rotating yet. William inside objective room. Now Steven is coming in here from the east. Nolomite finds Gladiator coming in through the north lane. Objective building very exposed, and now going to be a siege, a counter siege, if you will. Nolo and User and Steven trying to counteract the push coming out here. The flash comes in. It's not enough to deny vision. Steven swings and finds another. Now we're into a 1v1. Nolo's going to get this res. He's going to scoop him up before Ree can get here. And Ree just not there in time.
I can't move. Abracadabra, let's get it. Abracadabra.
The trademark Steven celebration. Nolamite getting in on it himself. And, well, we kicked this off last series, but the trading of Volk rounds to start things off one apiece. Bit of a long intermission here. I think there was a brief, maybe a timeout call. I'm not sure. Let me double check. No official timeout. Yeah, and it does look like Animal House now reconnecting one. And so I think we're going to cut to a brief intermission while we sort these tech difficulties out and we don't have to listen to the same... Oh, well... Yeah, the same scoreboard music, but either way... Oh. No, I think we're getting in soon. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold the door. I think we're getting into this soon. I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna believe. Anyway, again, a shout out to everyone tuning in. We do appreciate you all hanging out today on this fine Thursday Eve. Final week of regular season, and we're so close. To the end. We are so close. On the cusp. Trying to tune into all the teams that are competing for that closed qualifier position, the top 7. And Animal House is certainly one of them, so for them to get that map 1W is fantastic. A perfect start, if you will, to the series, and they're gonna have to mimic what they did on Subway here on their map choice. We'll see if it's possible as we hop in to finally some action. Round number 3 of map 2.
I mean, I'll hear them. When they're in that dark room, I'll hear them. I mean, we should put the drone a line up to the objective approach.
The Volk drone, a very useful utility piece that hasn't come out a whole lot until the last, I would say, honestly, week or two of regular season. I've seen it now become pretty key in some some upper ranked teams like Boss Fight. Will getting an early call out on this rotation. Spots Lipinski, or maybe Wicked Hex in the east, and we'll see if he can find any kind of pickups from his position here. It's a bit of an awkward one.
One dead.
Cross the way shot there going into that roof. And meanwhile, bit of rotation coming in here from Wicked Hex. Moving in under the suppression, and this Animal House team is on top of objective. Will trades with the likes of Steven. Still Resible still could get comms out, but they have lost control of this side of the objective defense, and you can't afford this. Wicked can go up these stairs, push into this top floor here, and punch in the code, and that's exactly what he's going to do, although I don't think he's over there far enough quite yet. Dodges Freelancer. Freelancer seems to be wary. He swings, gets the kill. Green Theft tries to get shots over, ends up confirming his teammate. Lipinski picks up Gladiator, and now Freelancer's going to try to make an impact here. Dolomite coming in from the front. He's not even going to work up the stairs. Freelancer hears this, recognizes the danger. Very good moves from him. Able to snag that kill. Next up is Lipinski. Seems to be wary of someone up above him, and he is vulnerable to a drop shot in this current corner. This really needs the overwatch from Green Theft, is what he's missing. Finally, shots coming in there. Lipinski does start to work up towards Freelancer, but no, doesn't end up going all the way. Freelancer does drop off the backside. Lipinski reads that well, and now Apollo's all on his lonesome. Lipinski's here on corner, pad out. Apollo finds Green Theft, swings to get Lipinski, but Lipinski smartly one-hands the rifle as he's checking code and gets the kill. Better safe than sorry. Animal House snag a Marsoc round. Could be the start of a similar score line here for map 2. Still, though, gotta remind ourselves here, Rome nearly is 7 ranks below Animal House worldwide. And so not exactly an easy series for this Rome squad, but man, if they can manage to take this one away from Animal House, they're certainly going to go up a good bit of NMR. I don't think it's going to be enough. I have to take a look at the worldwide standings. They have currently 1,200. How many games do they have scheduled? All sorts of different factors that come into play in the final week. I think they have another one. Yeah, OJC. It is worth noting this is a challenge match. I don't know who challenged to, but regardless, Rome is looking for all the points they can get in this final week. And again, we'll see if they can snag a map here to keep this going to a best of 3, or if Animal House are going to start to run away with it now that they managed to get a lead. Kayat's certainly a volatile objective, and so if Rome can get a cap, it's going to be on this one. We'll see what happens. Round number 4. Oh, what a nade. Nearly perfectly placed. If it had just gotten maybe a little bit farther over, Gladiator would have been caught, but he's tucked into the corner just enough. Steven right here holding a pretty late angle. It's not going to be until they push out of this building that he takes those shots. Apollo spots the gun around the corner. even goes down before he can be an effective defensive tool, and
There in a doorway.
the side of objective defense becomes suddenly pretty weak. Nolo and Green really the only ones holding it.
Here's one. Left side of kiosk. West side of kiosk.
Oh no! Apollo with an insta team kill. What was looking like a nice move. A nice rotation suddenly gets picked apart. Down goes Apollo after a team kill, and tons of fire coming up towards Green Theft. Freelancer gets picked up. And now Will is in a bit of an awkward bind. Green here looking for maybe another potential kill. Shots coming down. Finally confirming Freelancer there, so no res gonna be available. And Rome find a... Gosh, what's the right terminology for that? A landslide of mistakes and misfortune as they make their push, and it all comes down to suddenly just a lone survivor pushing forward against, well, 3 now as Green Theft picks off Wicked Hex.
East. On me. Fucking sugar happy over here. Say it louder.
Bit of a corner battle here. Ree can't find Lipinski, but they know where he's at. And if Animal House have an accurate kill count, they know now where the final offensive member is. So all eyes should be drawn over to this courtyard, and it's going to be really hard for Ree to work out. Minute 30 left. He has a little time. Lipinski gets that final kill in the form of a trade. Wicked Hex gets the res in time. Going to be padding the stats there. No, he doesn't actually. So no bonus res for him on the stats. Either way, Animal House now up 3-1. Rome definitely got to be kicking themselves there. Had the right approach and the team kill to the death. Everything just snowballing out of control for them, and good on Animal House reacting off of that team kill gunfire to then get the follow-up kill. Like I said, a avalanche of mistakes and misfortune for that Animal House team, but excuse me, for that Rome team. But either way, Animal House do a good job of holding there, and they want to take this series, and this is the first of 2. If Animal House can get this one like they are, they can snag this 4-1, maybe get the 3rd map commandingly. It's going to be a nice boost to the MMR. And it's going to put them in a position that when they go up against Kai later in the week, that series is really going to matter. And of course, things are going to shift. If a team that they're just... If Ember wins, their MMR goes up. They're no longer as close to Ember as they were. There's all kinds of potential scenarios here in this final week. Everything is very close around that 7th, 8th position. And so it's going to have to be a constant monitoring, if you will, of who's winning and losing in this final week. I just don't know where things are going to land. And it's why that final match on Sunday has me excited, because Ember right now has only that game. And it is against Mayhem, the #1 NA team worldwide right now. If they can win, it's gonna... oh, man. Either way, I'm excited. This week, the final week of Season 10. It's been a bit of a tumultuous time in the Onward space, but I have thoroughly enjoyed my Season 10 stay so far. It's been fun watching these teams adapt to the shifts in the meta, and hopefully we get to a point where everything is crisp and clean and we can start season 11 without any hiccups like we had for this one. Either way, we're not there yet. We still got a couple of weeks left of season 10. We have this final week. Bunch of casts locked in, so you're going to want to tune in to VRMLs 1, 2, and 3. Next weekend, we have the Open qualifier. Weekend after that is the closed, and then the finals on the 12th and 13th. Oh, good thing no kills have come out for the first minute and a half, as you heard me talk about logistics, but I managed to catch it. We're into the action just in time. Lipinski shots on the Gladiator. Nice nade comes out, and actually that's Gladiator's botched nade. That's a perfect toss. That would have caught him out most likely, but Animal House do find one down here in the south, and it is going to open up the push.
You dead? One down north.
Callouts come in, lots of shots, and the pre-fire from the center now getting addressed by Ree. Wicked's in blue room. Ree actually thought he had got him down, but Wicked swings and finds the kill, and now Wicked a threat to Apollo. Flashes and the like coming in. Green Theft team killing Wicked. The shadows over the Marsoc uniforms are incredibly dark in the current version of Onward, and you have to be very aware of where your team is to avoid team kills like that, because it's hard to really know. Green Theft thinks he's killed someone inside that blue room there. Suppressive fire from Green. Stevens working his way up.
No shooting at me, north.
Will crossing out to the center as Apollo maybe calling out for some extra help, feeling a bit over-suppressed. Nolo's going to take advantage of that and catches him. And Green, I think, is still suppressing his friendlies. Shots coming over towards Nolomite there. Lipinski pushing up. Freelancer finds one. Lipinski gets the on-objective, pads out. This could be 5-1. Going to be 5-1 as Lipinski taps in. No, it doesn't. Nolomite finds the kill over the shoulder. Animal House take the map either way, but 4-1 instead of 5-1 this time. A solid showing from this Animal House team. They are certainly performing better than I anticipated. I figured Rome had a decent chance here against this Animal House squad because they're a bit of a historically wild card. But I don't know if it's Lipinski's strategy or I don't know. Steven's gotten better at Magic. I don't know what, but the Animal House team certainly. Oh, don't want to change that map. That's gonna stay the same. The Animal House team certainly looking good here. On Bazaar for map number 2, taking the full series. Map number 3 is going to take us to the likes of Quarantine. Cargo downfall off the table. Suburbia and Q1, the only two options left, and so Quarantine gets picked. Is Rome's map choice. I don't think that's going to we'll see how much of an impact it plays. Didn't for that first map, Subway going 4-1 to Animal House, and I am curious to see how Animal House plays this map. I anticipate it to be pretty good, honestly. They were very coordinated on Subway. Czar pushing nearly always in sync, except for the round they lost. Definitely Animal House looking good here, and I don't know what their preparation has been, if any. but looking good. Curious to see how they do against the likes of Kai on Sunday. And again, around that same time, we'll be tuning into the Ember Mayhem matchup. So, final 2 games of Sunday night are going to hold a significant amount of weight. Actually, it's... Man. Yeah, you want to talk about a Sunday night to hype up. It is definitely going to be this week. You're going to want to tune in. That's going to be interesting to see where all the chips land at the end of the series. End of the season, excuse me. Waiting on that 5th of Rome to join the lobby, and we will be underway. And I think while we wait for that to happen, we will cut to a brief intermission. Don't go anywhere. Map 3 is going to be right here in just a few. Oh. We're going to hold the door. We're going to stay here. The 5th has joined for Rome.
Said, is it the Reebok or the Nike? Is it the Reebok or the Nike? Oh, Nike! No, yeah.
Nobody remembers British Knights?
Can we still kick him off the team? No.
Yeah. Celebration from the Animal House side of things. Some singing from Steven to nobody's surprise. They're feeling good. They've locked in a crucial first series of the week. Rome, I guess, sort of cementing their position, and the fact that they'll be having to play in that open qualifier if they want a chance at that 8th position in the closed qualifier. And that is a slog, if you will. 5, I think it's best of 2s. You're wrong. Maybe it's just 5 maps against 5 different teams. And then the winner of each group goes up against one another, and the finalist of that is our 8th place position. Green Theft taking some shots onto Apollo. Freelancer uses the commotion to cross, but they've lost one in the north. South Push still looking pretty good, though. Freelancer working their way up.
Yeah, they're at North Wall. I only saw one in the north.
Even down, but Resable can
Yeah,
call
you have to
out.
stay on the far left and go up the little staircase thing.
And Freelancer if he sees them. Wicked is able to rotate here.
And then right above him on the hip.
Lipinski's taking shots up onto that berm there.
Right above that guy in top you were shooting at.
Wicked's here, has the red. Steven's up.
Thank you, I love you, bitch. I am.
Steven doesn't opt for that repeak. Pun intended.
Can you draw him out so I can track him?
Everybody laugh at it in chat. It's a good joke. Finds one. Rome down to 3. Animal House doing well to hold here.
We need to start pushing. 1 minute 40. Poke out Hodo. I need to. He needs. What? I need to figure out where he's shooting from. Oh, left. Gotcha. Moving.
He trying to ID positions. Freelancer going to work his way up to Steven pretty soon here. Crosses out, and Steven misses the shots. Freelancer able to tuck down. Green Theft finds Will trying to work himself off of that north rooftop. And now it's just these two, Free and Ree, working their way up to Stee. Ben. Oh, a decent flash goes a bit too high. Lipinski trying to thread the needle through multiple windows to find that pick. Ree's pushing in. Freelancer coming out through the side. Steven finds one. Ree trying to challenge Steve inside now. Steven hears this, swings and finds the trade. 4 left alive on defense for Animal House as they secure themselves another point. I had a cough drop, which has revitalized me. Carried me through the end of map 2, and here we are. Well and good for map 3, but regardless, I do appreciate you all allowing me to rest the voice between rounds. I know it's maybe a little bit awkward and silent, and you miss hearing me. But I can promise you that I'll be back after a minute and a half between the rounds. So I realize some people are like a dog sometimes, and if you can't see me, can't hear me, then where am I? And I do appreciate that. Oftentimes I can be muted. It's good for me to know. But in these cases, I'm just trying to conserve the action calls for when it really matters. Ree's looking at a nice long-range angle here. He did manage to get up into this plane wing, but was spotted on the rotation, so everyone should be aware of his position up onto this door. Yeah, and you do see the laser. Green's trying to get the angle, but this game ain't easy to stabilize the aim unless you got yourself a Pro Tube or a stock. Pinsky manages to tag the shoulder. Ree drops back behind cover for a heal. Get ourselves a little bit of a sniper battle. Lipinski is really trying to root Ree out here because Ree's in a very good spot. He's got a really nice angle onto the south and straight down into objective. It's really hard to not to push this OBJ and have Ree be defending here. So Theft and Gladiator getting very close.
One's in the far south, far south of hospital. In that building south of
Wicked Hex trying to sneak past the defense. Steven may run into one soon, but Wicked is down here, and he is going to run in to, again, Ree eventually. Apollo actually finds him first inside the two-story. Here's another one near him, and he's right on that call. It's Steven.
South building clear.
Split really coming out here, though. Gladiator's managed to work himself into a nice little spot on defense. I don't think they know he's here. Green is going to swing, gets the kill. Ree again has the angle, the long line of defense. Steven still in the center.
1 minute left.
Right by Apollo.
One's coming from north.
Trade comes in, 30 seconds. Lipinski was looking up here. Ree has shots, can't quite land them. Lipinski able to suppress enough to work his way over here. Gets the kill, and now he has to charge. Freelancer, the last on OBJ. 15 seconds left. Pad out. Lipinski one-handing with his tablet. Gets the kill. As he swings the corner, Green was there to follow it up, but they were running low on time. A close one for Animal House, but they get the point. Push up 2-0.
you don't get all this V stuff on Suburbia, they don't confuse them.
I mean,
Everybody's popped out.
I mean, mind that.
What the fuck's
going on here?
People. By the way, are we still doing that far east push?
Which one?
Well, we don't have a plan.
Bit of a squandered spawn, if I had to say so myself. A fast spawn that can be utilized to catch the defense by surprise goes a bit wasted as they rotate around that north side, and Green and Steven instantly find a kill apiece, and now are well aware of the spawn here of Rome. Freelancer, the lone survivor of at least this building. Two more are rotating over onto the east.
The one flanker in the tank courtyard. Tank courtyard. Just shoot him. Whoever behind me, shoot him. Tank courtyard. In the middle of the map. You're gonna shoot him now. He's gonna shoot me now. He probably went to the underground tunnel. He might come from the backside.
Both Green and Steven pushing up here towards Free. I doubt they expect Free to be here, though. I don't think they have any real indicator that there would be another one here. They have the accurate kill count and know there's only 2 gone.
There's one far west of that one.
Animal House lose 1. I doubt the res is going to come in unless a heavy rotation comes out. There is time for it, but it's a bit of a risk that Green Theft has to take, and he might take it. He is taking it. The res does come out, and now Free's only pickup gets a bit squandered. Gladiator slowly but surely working up to OBJ. Green spots him out. Down he goes. Shots coming in from Freelancer. Finds one. It is all up to Freelancer. Steven peeking through the hole in the wall. Gets himself a kill. Animal House up for 3-0.
too late.
I got downs on rooftop. I don't know how, but I have good eye view. Hold on.
I don't know how Ree sniped him.
Yeah, I got him.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get some views on.
Yep, I've got Steven, by the way. Don't come for him.
I don't know where he shot me from, though. It's definitely the right side, like gas station area, but I don't know where.
Steven says possibly gas station.
Rooftop.
On, Steven. I am. He's dead. South rooftop is dead. Hospital rooftop is dead.
Lipinski scoops up one, a trade over. No, not a trade. One goes down over by objective.
I did. I said it 3 times.
Will on a bit of a hard push here, getting ever closer to swinging on the roof. Snags a plane wing kill, a bit of an aggressive move on offense, but does get punished by Will, and now Will trying to rotate off of the flash, just dodging some shots from Lipinski. Another flash that I don't think is going to go far enough, but Will fast enough around the corner to tuck in and get the heal. Not sure if this is a man with a plan, but has been threatening the roof well enough and drawn Lipinski's attention.
Yeah.
I think Freelancer is taking shots over towards Nolo's direction.
Yeah, I got that guy who tried to flank. A minute 20 remaining.
Quite a long rotation for Lipinski. Steven not too far away either. Nolamite gets ever closer to Freelancer, and if he can hold Freelancer here, a real opportunity for a cap from Animal House, but we'll see. Lipinski and Steven have pushed up. Steven's taking some shots, nearly tags himself Gladiator. Lipinski pushing up under that chaos. 40 seconds left. Shots from Gladiator don't land. Lipinski continues to move forward. They are weak on objective. Nolamite gets tagged in a team kill. Freelancer here, ready to get some shots off. Apollo's swinging. Lipinski gets picked up on the back end by Gladiator. Nolamite finds himself a kill. 15 seconds. Nolamite sprinting to get into this corner. He's going to have to get this kill and then punch in the code. He's quick. Is he quick enough? 3 seconds left. I don't think he can do it. Rome gets it on time.
628, 95, 65.
Okay.
One behind the South Hospital. I need help, Green.
Mouse 110 courtyard. Mouse the guy far south.
This is the NightFiree camera hour. Yeah, that's what's possible if all I focus on is cams, but the multitasking always a challenge. Rome finds the final kill on objective, and Animal House get picked apart by a good bit of work in the south with an LMG. Like we've lost one on Animal House. Should be hopefully a quick reconnect. Steven hopefully he didn't run out of battery. Hasn't been too long of a series, actually a pretty quick one. Animal House, because of that, a couple of caps and a few 4-1 victories on Subway and Bazaar. Can make things pretty quick despite going down to some last minute rounds there. But really though, Animal House, they just look better than I remember them looking. You know, honestly, they are maybe it's been a while since I've watched them. I don't know what what they've brought to the table here today, but they just look very coordinated and in sync. A team that I would normally put down on paper as one that it's filled with some wild boys, folks that like to play free and loose, which, hey, has worked for them quite well throughout 10 seasons of the VRML. They seem pretty in sync and coordinated on time and on their pushes for the most part. The last few rounds, they have been trying to get out there and get those kills, but the comm's still there for AH, and I'm curious to see if they can rally up here and snag a Marsoc round, or if Rome can tie this thing up in the final map and minimize damage done. You know, ultimately, Animal House want to lock in this third map. They want to get the most out of this victory as they can, because there is a disparity. Uh-oh. Yep. There's a disparity in the MMR there, and so you know, to get that bigger win is going to give you at least a decent MMR gain. If it was a close game for Animal House, it wouldn't be as impactful. But because they've done so well so far, it's yeah, they're certainly going to get a nice push up here from this victory, and a daring challenge pays off for them. You know, at least for the time being. We have a bit of a technical difficulty I dropped, but the game is still running, so we're going to try and get back into that. Okay, I think we have it sorted. I think we're good. Got back in time, no kills. Actually, here just in time for Wicked Hex to find one. Olamite and Steven working their way up to Gladiator, who's tucked himself into the corner here, and he's playing this one patiently, maybe waiting for Steven and Nolo to really swing out here. Oh, no, gets one. Nolo with the quick refrag finds himself the kill back in a trade 1-for-1. We're into a 3v3 now. Hex finding another kill. A key pickup, opening up entry to the objective from the backside. Let's see, Williams a bit nervous about this, and he swings wide on the wall. Hex misses some shots there. It's a reload, and William playing this one quick and dirty, trying to hold on to OBJ. Pinsky getting ever closer. Freelancer here on the corner. Freelancer somehow turns. Oh, Lipinski finds the shots over onto Will. Freelancer uses that time to get the kill there. Freelancer then ducking into objective, and now he's the last defender in a 1v2. Minute 30 left. Nolo and Hex trying to pinch. A good flash gets caught up on the ledge. Hex and Freelancer swinging around the wall. Down they go. Nolo still here on the back end, and Freelancer could secure this for his team. He's in a 1v1. Nolo is playing this one silent. Can't afford any mic audio coming through here. Has to stay slow speed. All comes down to where Freelancer is looking and when. As soon as he drops off the angle, Nolo peeks. Animal House lock in map number 3 and a commanding series in the final week of regular season. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Pro2 VR, VR Cover, B Haptics, Rebuff Reality, Cybershoes, Arma, VRware, Asterion, Fixed Gaming, and our newest addition, one I am very excited about, HyperX, getting added to that list. Quite a prestigious sponsorship. Very happy to have them on board. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in today. Appreciate you all that have dropped by. If you haven't hit the follow button, do it. Or don't. If you have Twitch Prime, feel free to drop that here as well. That comes back and supports us casters. I think that's going to be it for me here on this fine Thursday night. If you want to tune in again the rest of this week, plenty of action-packed games. Teams competing for that ranked 7th position worldwide. It's gonna be exciting to watch, so make sure you tune in. That's gonna be it for me. My name's NightFiree with 2 E's. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.